In a quiet mountain town, 17-year-old Mara often heard stories about Blackwater Lake. Locals said the lake had no reflection, even under the brightest moon. One evening, Mara noticed something strange while walking along the shore, a small lantern glowing beneath the water. She returned the next night and saw it again, but this time the lantern was moving closer. Curious, Mara followed the shoreline until she discovered an old wooden boat tied to a tree. Inside was a faded photograph of someone who looked exactly like her. Mara studied the photograph under her flashlight. It showed a young woman standing beside the same lake nearly 60 years earlier. On the back was a handwritten message: "When the lantern rises, follow the path beneath the water." The following evening, the lantern appeared again. This time, a trail of pale blue lights stretched across the lake. Mara stepped into the old boat and followed them into the darkness. The blue lights led Mara to the center of the lake, where the water suddenly became transparent. Far below, she saw rooftops, streets, and an entire abandoned village resting beneath the surface. The lantern descended toward a stone house. Mara could somehow breathe as she followed it underwater. Inside the house, she discovered dozens of clocks, all stopped at exactly midnight, and another photograph showing the same mysterious woman holding a baby. As Mara touched the final photograph, a voice whispered through the water. The woman in the pictures had been Mara's great-grandmother, who disappeared when the original village was flooded decades ago. She had hidden the lantern so someone from her family could eventually find the village and recover its lost memories. Mara realized the lake wasn't haunted. It was preserving the past. She collected the photographs and brought them back to the surface as the underwater lights slowly faded. Mara showed the photographs to the town's oldest residents, who recognized the lost streets, homes, and families immediately. For the first time, the town remembered the people who had lived there before the lake covered everything. A small memorial was built beside the shore, filled with names recovered from the photographs. Years later, Mara still visited Blackwater Lake every summer. On quiet nights, she sometimes saw a single lantern beneath the surface, glowing gently, not as a warning, but as a reminder that forgotten stories never truly disappear. Some places keep secrets, and some memories refuse to disappear. Beneath Blackwater Lake, the past waited quietly for someone willing to listen. And sometimes, remembering where we came from is the first step toward understanding who we are.